Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. Today is Thursday, June 1st, 2023. Before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, click the notifications bell. It all helps me out a lot. So the sun is in Gemini, the moon is in Scorpio today. So we're in a very collaborative way, but we're also in a very intuitive way. It's great to have this Scorpio moon when we are so close to the new moon, because we're in this culmination phase of really driving toward the completion of some goals. And Scorpio is the sign in which to have that drive, to feel that powerful push, that steadfast resolve to finish the work. Okay, so that's great. And Mars is quincunx to Saturn today, which is sort of an adjustment vibe. It's asking you if you have been working too much and not giving yourself time to play and collaborate, then it's time to make time for that, okay? It's no good to work all the time and never get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So the card that sits on the side of the page is now the Nine of Swords, and this is a card that's very much about anxiety, rumination, sleeplessness, maybe even nightmares. You can see this person looks as though they're supposed to be in bed sleeping, but instead they are awake and they are not feeling very happy about life, okay? So swords are air element symbolism, just as Gemini is air element symbolism. That's where we get that. It's about our thoughts, our plans, and communication. And in this case, it's especially about those thoughts that won't leave us alone, okay? So there may be a situation that we don't have a lot of control over, something that is making us very sad, upset, or confused. And, to the point where we can't get it out of our mind. We can't get to sleep, or if we can get to sleep, we might be having bad dreams about it. We might be having bad imaginings, even daydreams about, the potentialities of this unhappy situation we find ourselves in. And here's the thing, a lot of us deal with anxiety. A lot of us deal with periodic bouts of bad anxiety, of deep depression. And when things get to the point where you are losing sleep, then the anxiety is having an additional effect on your well-being, your bodily well-being, okay? And if the body is not well, the mind cannot be well. The mind will follow, okay? So this is a time to really, from my perspective, sort of get focused on what you can do to create better habits for yourself in terms of how am I going to be tired enough to get to sleep at the end of the day? What am I going to worry about that's going to absorb my attention so that I don't have to dwell on this thing that I don't have any control over, right? And if you are at a point where you really also can't control the thinking, the rumination about the thing that you're worried about, it may be time to talk to somebody, reach out, ask for help, seek professional guidance, or seek the guidance of somebody who knows you and understands you, and who you can sort of rely on to help talk you down from your tree. Right? So it's a serious card. It's a serious vibe. I don't want to pretend in any way that it's funny or it's not serious. Please take care of yourself. And when when you notice your mental health suffering, you will notice also that your physical health starts to suffer. Please take care of your mind please take care of your mind, but please take care of your body while you're trying to get your heart and your mind in a better condition as well. And with that said, I'm going to turn this card over. Oh, the Ten of Cups. Now that is a contrast, my friends. So the Ten of Cups is this card about complete emotional fulfillment. This is that point where we sometimes come to in our lives where we just have all of the people and the things, the emotional support that we need, the love and acknowledgement and regard that we need to feel really not just satisfied with life, but sort of overflowing with love and that sense of emotional fulfillment. And when you get to that point where you feel overflowing with that sense of love and emotional fulfillment, you've got that sort of ideal life, whatever your version of the house on the hill with the trees and the kids playing in the yard, that sort of dream life that you have for yourself. When you get there and you feel that fulfillment and that constant support, it's not just it's support, but it's not just knowing that you are supported and loved today, it's knowing that you are supported and loved all of the time, no matter what. And when you feel that, it tends to overflow and it tends to spill out onto the people around you, in your family, among your friends, in your work cohort, out in the community. So that is the goal of that 10 of Cups emotional fulfillment, is that, you know, when you've got so much love that it's overflowing, then you've got a lot to share. You've got a lot of positivity to spread in the world. So that's an interesting contrast to the 9 of Swords there, which is really about this despondent place that we can get into where we don't think that anything will ever be right. And this is a feeling more like everything will always be right from now on. So I'm going to compare that to right now to Jupiter's conjunct to Uranus right here, because Jupiter is that planet that wants us to have the best of everything, wants us to always feel like we are growing and getting better. It wants us to always feel as though we are supported and loved enough to have the positive self-regard to pursue those things, those bigger, better things we'd like to have for ourselves, whether that's a higher education, sort of travel abroad, doing bigger business, whatever it is that you think of that would expand your life and make it more satisfying. Jupiter is over here by the North Node offering you gifts aplenty, right? Abundance aplenty. And we're talking about material abundance, material support and comfort, an ability to stop. There's Mars quincunx to Saturn too, to stop laboring all the time and to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor from time to time. So Jupiter's conjunct to Neptune is there to help us sort of get through these conflicted times. Mars is advising us while we're in this conflict to also, you know, maybe set aside some time from what we're working on and what we're trying, whatever sort of conquest we're trying to win, to really take time to play and to collaborate and communicate and enjoy ourselves and our loved ones from time to time. So, you know, it's a very stressful time right now, but that doesn't mean that there is no fulfillment on the horizon. On the contrary, Jupiter is saying you have good fortune when you work in the direction of sort of financial solvency, when you work in the direction of material, resourceful abundance. When you work in that direction, Jupiter is the good fortune planet. It's matching your efforts. It's saying, okay, you did this. I'm going to match that effort and give you a little pickup, a little boost, a little boon to get you moving forward a little bit better. Okay. So yes, you can get from here to here. There is a path, there is a route. And the route that's being suggested at this time is, you know, not to take things quite so seriously, to start to open up to your schedule and your time and your heart to a little more love and support from the people around you, a chance to play and enjoy the fruits of your labor, and a chance to really pursue those material comforts that you need to feel supported and do the work that you can do. When you do those things, you can move in the direction of this 10 of Cups feeling of emotional fulfillment rather than mental and emotional despondency. And I think that's all I have to say about it today, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate your presence here, and I'll see you all in the next video.